Well, hello and welcome to Gower Park here in Hamilton. This is National League Football Championship 2022, Round 8 action between Melville United and Napier City Rovers. Thank you very much for joining us here in the Waikato today for what should be an entertaining fixture between two sides who come into this match having pretty decent results and performances last week. Napier City coming into this clash after a draw with Birkenhead at home, 1-1. And Melville United, well, they've been going great. They've won their last 3 games on the trot, and a chance for them to go four wins in a row. Here are round 8 fixtures. This is where we are at the moment. Wellington Olympic have beaten Christchurch United today. Big win for the team on top of the table today. Birkenhead United at half-time leading Auckland United 1-0. That's a very important game with Birkenhead and Auckland United both hoping to stay in touch with the two leading teams at Wellington Olympic and Auckland City. So that's where the results are today. And this one here in Hamilton today. So Melville United moved up to 5th place after their 3 wins on the trot. Whether they can jump ahead of teams like Auckland United and Birkenhead United today, we'll see, depending on that result today. And of course, Napier City Rovers might have something to say about that as well. But Wellington Olympic, with their win today, go back to restoring a 3-point lead, although could be joined on 19 points by Auckland City tomorrow. And we will see if those two teams continue to stay in the box seat to contest the final coming up in around 3 weeks' time. So here is the Napier City Rovers team today. Just the one change from last week's draw with Birkenhead. Cam Emerson comes off the subs bench to start the game, and Sam Lack drops back to the subs bench. So those two have effectively just switched roles and positions today. There are 2 new faces on the subs bench too. Richard Gillespie, the reserve goalkeeper, and Harry Mason is back wearing 18 today. Other than that, it's the same personnel under coach Bill Robertson. Here is Melville's team, very similar to last week as well. Number 10, though, Jerson Lagos is back in there. Number 10 to start the game today. Other than that, it's the same starting 11. There are a couple of new faces on the bench, though. John Oakman drops back from his starting position last week to take a spot on the subs bench. And Harry Christensen Rose, number 7, re-emerges after missing the last 2 games. But other than that, it is the same side for their coach, Sam Wilkinson. Officials today, well, Chris Bennett's got the whistle for this one, with Jacob Porter and Sarah Jones running the touchlines, and Andres Castro is the 4th official. And now the weather is pretty patchy here today. It is well, sunny at the moment, but it has been cloudy, and they've had heavy showers through the last couple of days. As we check out the 2 captains for the game today, Jim Hoyle and Aaron Scott, the former All Whites defender, 2 very experienced players there who are leading their 2 teams today. So that's where we are at today. But the pitch is in good order, as we can see it all. It generally is here at Gower Park. And we should be all set for a good game of football today. Now, we do apologise, by the way, folks, if you're just tuning in. We do have some slight technical issues with our stream today, which will see the pictures glitch on occasions. But hopefully, I know our technical team is working furiously behind the scenes to try and get that rectified for you. So we're hoping that we will get a good solid picture for you just as soon as possible. But rest assured, we are trying to fix that for you as soon as possible. But we will see how we go with that one. It's a really important game here with for Melville in particular. If they can win their 4th game on the trot here against Napier City, they will really move up the table and keep the pressure on the top 2 teams. So it's going to be Napier City to start the game here today. They're in the blue, Melville in the red. So thank you for joining us here in round 8 of the New Zealand National Football Championship for 2022. And Melville did very well to beat Miramar last week. They got the winner in the 71st minute when Ollie Colotti got his 5th goal of the season. And here isn't maybe an early chance. No, it's Ryan Lawrence sneaking through there for Melville. So they scored the 3rd goal to get up by 1 in the 71st minute and then hung on. They say parked the bus, but they certainly defended their lead very well to go on and close out the win down in Wellington. And Napier were very plucky against the Birkenhead United team last week. Defended well. Belcher and Hoyle, Fergus Neal all had good games. So we'll see if that continues here today. So yes, so please bear with us with these pictures. We do apologise, but we hopefully will get these fixed as soon as possible as we see it cleared away. And Ardo, now all he has found is Lagos. He's back out there now today. The Colombian-born player didn't play last week against Miramar. Did feature in the previous 6 rounds this season. And here he is again. So good to have him back today. And that one's deflected nicely to Raheem Hunter, who's just made a slight move up from right back, but he now concedes possession, and now Goto will just leave it for Isaac Belcher for the throw-in for Napier City. McNamara does well to win the ball back there, and chasing through now for Napier was Emerson. He just had to concede there because he was coming back from an offside position as Leopard tries to put the pressure on Aaron Scott. So it's going to be Tommy with the goal kick. Well, that's been turned over. McNamara almost jumped on that one. Doe's got a ball in the tricky area, but there he is running back. He's a tough customer. Doe's had a good season so far. And now that's a nice little touch. And here comes Melville, long ranger. Oh, a good save too by the keeper, Oscar Mason. What a terrific strike. I think it was Stafford Dowling with an absolute tracer bullet. And that had Mason right on edge. So good start from Melville here. Terrific strike, and that won a corner. So it's going to be Josh Galletley to go over to take it. So Galletley, and he didn't get that corner right. So Napier survived, courtesy of a good stop by one of the New Zealand under-19 keepers from earlier on in the year, Oscar Mason. Good distance on that goal kick. Emerson flicking it onto Leopard. And Leopard scores! Christian Leopard from Napier City gets the team in blue on the score sheet. Just seconds after Melville could have scored at the other end. Well, what a start here from both teams. Beautifully taken chance there by Christian Leopard, all set up by that lengthy goal kick by Oscar Mason, and a lovely touch from Cam Emerson. So Napier City take the lead. Christian Leopard with the goal. And that's the second of this National League campaign. So you can see that Emerson coming in here with this touch. Just a header there, and Leopard, boom! Right under the feet there of Raheem Hunter, and Tommy was left stranded. So wonderful start there for Napier City to score on the 4th minute, and that is going to be an interesting twist here on this contest. Napier have been plucky the last few weeks. Plucky. And that's where they're at. Now here's a chance here for Colotti, who's coming forward here. Another player who represented New Zealand in that under-19s earlier on in the year, and he's won himself a corner. Collotti's going to leave this for Josh Galletley. So Galletley missing that first corner, not executing it nicely. Let's see if he gets this one spot on. Cleared away by the tall figure of Isaac Belcher. Jumping onto this one is Hayes, and that's come off Liam Hayes and will be Napier City ball. Hunter's just thrown the ball out there, or is that Belcher? Goto trying to win the ball, and now it's flicked on by Emerson and Allen, who's a good target up front, and there's Leopard again trying to sneak in between those two Melville players. It was well defended by Luke Searle. Chasing through was Dowling, but winning the race for the loose ball was Caden Atkins for Napier City. So Napier City look like they're set up the same as last week. Mara is going to concede the free kick there. Now switch it out to the left-hand side. Dowling, good turn. Shadowed by Doe over there. And Melville having a good spell with the ball here as Scott goes back now. And then it's given away rather cheaply there too. Allen tries to win it. So Belcher. Yeah, looks like that's just come straight off Belcher, so it's going to be a throw in here for Melville. So Atkins going back there. It looks like it's going to be a corner. So here's Galletley going over to take the corner. And there's the equaliser. Wonderfully done, and it looks like Colotti's got the goal. Beautifully taken. The tall striker's come in and absolutely buried that one past Oscar Mason. And Melville equalised. What a start here for Colotti and for Leopard. Wow, good start for both teams here. A beautifully taken corner. So Goto now. So exciting game in these first 10 minutes. And Melville are a good side. They don't give up and they like to play with urgency, and they will continue to ask a lot of questions in this game. Lagos and now Colotti, who's just dropped back a little bit deeper and wider on this occasion. They're going to cool it down here with Scott and Raheem Hunter. Who now tries to get Dowling into the game. Beautiful pass to him. And Dowling being shadowed by Hoyle there. Now Leopard coming back to disrupt, and that was good work by Christian Leopard. Now Hayes going to keep possession for his team. Hunter's going to plug that right wing again, and Lagos is wide open here. And a vital touch by one of those Napier defenders just stalls the progress for Melville. But here it comes again. Space on this right flank again. Lagos. And Leopard is able to clear it away, kind of. Goto. And now we'll just get it out of there. Belcher still can't get it clear properly for Napier City. And Allen's lost that one out. So Melville again will continue this relentless attack at the moment. Napier have been under the pump since they scored their goal after the first 4 minutes. It's been all Melville since, as Lagos comes forward. Colotti out wide on the left. And Mason does well to hold that one. Good work by Oscar Mason. Wow, Napier under pressure, but they survive. Belcher tries to win the ball. McNamara again concedes the free hit. Napier just not playing with much ability to control the ball at the moment. But now Emerson sneaking clear, but that's a good stop that time by Tommy. He just didn't quite get it wide on that occasion. And Max Tommy, the experienced keeper for Melville United. Very pleased that he has his hands on the ball. As Belcher wins the header, but Hayes is there. And Allen looking to put pressure on Tommy. Had to hurry the clearance. Dowling, he's made a good start to the game. Oh yeah, that was silky, wasn't it? That's a good ball cross, and here's a big chance, deflected in. And it's a second goal for Melville. A beautiful piece of build-up play from Stafford Dowling. And Josh Galletley has got the second for Melville. Beautifully done by Stafford Dowling. And Galletley, yes, it took a deflection, but Melville, what a comeback from them after conceding that early goal. They have looked absolutely terrific since then, and are thoroughly deserving of this 2-1 lead. So 3 goals in this game in the first 14 minutes. Let's have another look at that. Well, Dowling's pass, that was absolute gem, and it looked like the deflection came off Fergus Neal. And a healthy one it was too. Wow, Napier rocked back now. Well, when a team's playing with confidence, with Melville coming into this game having won their last 3, they're certainly playing with confidence, and not even early goal was going to rattle them. And that one wasn't far away either, was it? That was a decent connection there from Sho Goto that almost had Tommy worried. cleared away by Mason. Allen, the target of that long kick. It's picked up by Liam Hayes. And here's Colotti again. Doe trying to put pressure on him over there. Helped out by Fergus Neal. And Lagos, and there was a foul, so it's going to be a Napier free kick. Mason gives it absolutely everything he can again. Dowling just holds the ball back, and Lagos. Belcher going all the way back to try and put pressure on. And that was good work by Mason. Hunter with that. Here's Goto. McNamara. Colotti. Nice ball from Hayes. Good ball from Dowling, and look at the header. There's no one there following up at the far post. But another very accurate pass to him. And Mason. Allen again. The target, he holds the ball up so well. A lot of red shirts back there. Goto now picking up the ball, and this is Leopard. McNamara. And that one's come off Lagos, so it's going to be a throw-in for Napier City. So 2-1 it is. Melville with the second goal. Galletti and Colotti, the two goal scorers. And the goal by Napier scored after 4 minutes by that man there with the ball, Christian Leopard. And now here comes Emerson. Emerson looking to get Allen, but he just lost his footing. And in fact, there was an important little play there by that Melville player. So Napier having a good period of play here with the ball. Goto. McNamara's got it, but he can't control it. Tough one for anyone to control that one. So Napier doing well in these last 3 or 4 minutes since they conceded the second. Mason. Oh, that foul's gone against that Melville player. Goodness me. Now Mason, no question, collected that Melville player in the head. But referee Bennett has gone the other way. Well, that's an interesting decision, and you could see all the Melville players very unhappy with that call. Looks like Colotti's just copped it in the head there. Well, Aaron Scott doing his best there to persuade the referee to change his mind. Likewise Liam Hayes as well. But it looks like the referee Chris Bennett is staying firm with his decision. Well, Mason and Colotti were teammates. not long ago in Tahiti in that New Zealand under-20s team. You see they were just giving each other a bit of stick there. Looks like Colotti's going to be fine, but interesting call going Napier's way there on that occasion. Allen trying to get past Aaron Scott. But here's Melville on the break here, Dowling in a bit of space. Good defending by Hoyle, and in the end it was Ryan Lawrence racing through there for Melville. Lagos to take the throw in here. Hoyle with that header, only as far as Colotti. Dowling tries to play a little 1-2 with the tall striker. Belcher's got it only partially clear. Again, great one-touch passing here by Melville. Look at that. And here's a big chance for Dowling. It's a third for Melville. Beautiful passing. Great lead up again by the home team. And Stafford Dowling, who created that second goal, he gets the third one. That's his first goal of the National League for 2022. And there was some beautiful one-touch passing there. Combinations that Melville have got going are very impressive. And they lead 3-1 now. Oh, Napier. Try again. They've been undone badly at the back at the moment. But to be fair to Melville, all three goals have been really good. But albeit we've got to give them a bit of fortune for the second after the deflection. But again, the lead-up was absolutely superb. Now Melville going great. They've scored 13 goals now in their last, 3 games in 23 minutes. That's a great strike rate. And really have looked good these last few weeks. A couple of tests to come though. They haven't played Auckland City yet. So that will be a big game, but they'll be going into that one with a lot of confidence. As McNamara tries hard to win the ball, same with Allen. And now Fergus Neal's got the throw in over there. And he'll take it, or look to take it quickly anyway. Belcher, rather that was Atkins playing that one forward. This is Belcher. He used the width out to Christian Leopard. Wow, Napier's so high after the first 4 minutes. Here's Belcher. Nice turn from Emerson. Leopard back to Doe. And now Hoyle. Goto. Here's Doe. It's a good period of play here for Napier. Emerson. Nice play into Allen. And that's deflected off Aaron Scott for a corner. Well, a perfect opportunity perhaps here for Napier to strike back. Christian Leopard to take it. Belcher was the target. It's fallen here for Goto, who might just have a pop. And it's a goal. Sho Goto's got it in. Found a way through, and Sho Goto has got Napier's second. What a game. 5 goals in the first 26 minutes. Well, Sho Goto couldn't score through the Central League this season, but he only played a couple of games, but he's got his first one here. So it is a highly entertaining game here at Gower Park. Good crowd too in here watching this game today. Melville, good vibe about them at the moment. Napier's got it under their control now with Oscar Mason. It's a pretty decent ball from Galletli. And here's Colotti again, trying to get it around Atkins. Still here for Campbell Brown, but in the end he just couldn't quite control it. Free kick anyway for Napier. Taedo in the wars. Well, he just looks like he's going to be okay as Mason gets play underway again. Brown, all he does is find Jim Hoyle. He's got good header from him, but it's only as far as McNamara. Now Emerson's a big man up front. He's a good target like Leaford Allen. You see Napier persistent, trying to target those guys up front for them to use their strength and size to create something off the back of that. And free kick goes against. I think that might be Hayes, or it might have been Ryan Lawrence. Just trying to see who that Napier player is over there. It's down. It might be Atkins. So, highly entertaining match. Christian Leopard opened the scoring for Napier City in the 4th minute. Then goals in the 8th, 14th and 23rd to Colotti, Galletli and Dowling for Melville. Gave them a 3-1 lead. And then Goto in the 26th minute got the second for Napier. So even though the period of play through that middle stage of the first half was very strong by Melville, Napier will still feel like they're right in this. So it is Caden Atkins who has copped one on the nose over there, it looks like. I don't want to lose Caden Atkins as Mason goes deep again. Brown for Melville, and now Colotti. Hoyle just plays it out. Now Brown Good throw into Colotti. And a corner. Good play again from Melville down the left wing side. Gets them another corner. So Galletli again delivering. So Colotti. Raheem Hunter's come forward. Dowling's there too, as is Luke Searle. Ryan Lawrence all in the hovering around that 6-yard box. Same play for Galletli. Just over the head of Searle, and Goto's able to clear it away. And McNamara going to win the free kick there. Doe in possession for Napier City. Dowling looking to press, put some pressure on this Napier City Rovers defensive line. This is Isaac Belcher. And now Goto again, scorer of the last goal. McNamara in a bit of space, able to turn, but his pass might fall for Leopard. So Melville have got this throw in.
Belts coming shoulder. Belts coming shoulder right.
It's well flicked on by Colotti. He's having a fine game now. This is Lawrence. Able to get the ball to Dowling, who's turned. Good use of space on that flank by Brown. Now Galletli. Brown's got it again. Oh, he's picked out Colotti. Colotti can turn here. And in the end, Hoyle had to scramble it clear. So good play again by Melville, getting the ball into a dangerous part of the ground. It was able to really get some heat on Napier City. So it's another corner. Remember, they've already scored one goal from the side of the field as Galletli gets set to swing another one in. And it's flicked just past the far post that time, but again, not bad effort from Ollie Colotti, scorer of that goal from that corner earlier on in the match. Emerson, nicely intercepted there by Lagos, and now good switcher play. That's a decent ball. Can Colotti keep it in? He can't. But still good vision by Liam Hayes there to try and get the tall striker into the game again. Hayes winning the loose ball, but Napier now will get another throw in. So coming up to 10 minutes to go in this first half. Had a couple of injury stoppages as well, so a couple of minutes I'm sure to be added at least in this first half. Napier City hunting just their second win. They haven't won since the first round of this league when they beat the Wellington Phoenix 1-0. Had 3 draws and 3 losses since then. McNamara and trying to get Neil into the game. It's going to be a goal kick. Napier in a couple of those losses, of course, had chances against Kashmir Tech and Wellington Olympic. Both of those teams had a player sent off in the first half of those games, but Napier, despite playing with a one-player advantage, still suffered heavy defeats in those games. This is Tommy with the free kick, with the goal kick rather. It's going to be a free kick against Allen. Well won there by Josh Galletly. He's a good young player, 19 years of age. Former Phoenix reserves player, Josh Galletly. Got close to making that New Zealand under-19 team earlier on in the year, but didn't quite make it. Here he is with this free kick. Hayes on the ball here. Trying to bring Lagos back into it, but Hunter's going to go back to tidy up for Melville. Beautiful switch there by Aaron Scott. He looked to bring Luke Searle and Stafford Dowling into the game again. Handball is awarded, but it was just outside the penalty area, so no penalty. But Doe was the player picked up for the handball there. So, wonderful set piece opportunity coming up for Melville. So Searle and Galletly over the ball here for Melville. Five-man wall. Mason on his toes and goal for Napier. It's going to be Galletly. Oh, it's gone in. Galletly. It collected the post on its way in the end. Really, it was the perfect free kick, using all the dimensions and geometry of the goal, and Galletly bangs in the fourth for Melville. Beautifully taken free kick here. And that is a terrific score. Galletly with his second. Wow, the quality of the finishing in this game has been top-notch. Galletly getting his second and third goals of the campaign in this game today. And Napier try again. What's been a goal fest in this first half. Still 7 minutes to go, and Leopard so good down that left wing side. Good crossing too. It's all the way down to Mason. Oil trying to go for Leaford Allen. Here's Leopard. Just couldn't quite control it. And Galletly's able to clear. Once again, all the way back to Mason. Leopard with that header. Finds McNamara. Napier sweeping forward here. Is Emerson. He didn't get enough angle back towards his teammates. Leopard and Goto were hovering around that far post. Leopard. Emerson just missing out, but McNamara's picked up the loose ball. Now Neil coming forward on this right wing side. Doe drops back to help him. just over the head of Leopard. And Melville are clearing.
You got to do that one.
Belcher. Go toe again. Trying to bring McNamara into the game. He drops back, but Lagos anticipated it nicely. Here's Hoyle. Hoyle again. Napier just happy to be a bit more patient on this play as Doe. Nice touch from Emerson. Here's McNamara. Good save onto the post from Tommy. Almost another goal there. Good keeping from Max Tommy. The danger is still coming though. McNamara unlucky not to get Napier's third goal on that occasion. There's Dowling. Can now just ease it off for Melville. Wow. Johnny McNamara. Beautiful ball again from Emerson and Tommy. That was very good keeping by the experienced number 1 for Melville. Last year's Player of the Year at this club. Needed all of his experience there to keep out Johnny McNamara as Dowling tries to control this one. Good defending by Belcher. Hunter brings Brown into the game again. Now Searle picks out Lagos. No handball is Galetli. And Lagos couldn't get back on side. That falls for Fergus Neal, but he can't link up with McNamara. Oops, a little push in the back there by McNamara. So a free kick for Melville. Chance for Melville to maybe push some more players forward as they hunt maybe a 5th goal before half-time. Hunter's pass, wayward that time. Dowling does well to salvage it. It's a good clean win there by Doe though. Well, won by Dowling again, although a free kick goes against Melville on this occasion. Atkins. Good ball from Neal. Emerson. Oh, handball, yes. That's a penalty. Can you believe it? There could be another goal before half-time. And a spot kick awarded to Napier City as they attacked really nicely down the right wing side. And again, it's Cam Emerson who's heavily involved in that play. And it was his pass or cross back from the byline which thundered into the arm there of one of those Melville players. Emerson played 18 games through the Central League and the Chatham Cup for Napier City, scored 3 goals. Hasn't got a goal in this campaign yet. Hasn't played too much. He's just played, well, this is just his 3rd start of the campaign. So, here is the penalty. It's going to be taken by Fergus Neal, who scored from the spot against Wellington Olympic 3 weeks ago. And it's 4-3. Fergus Neal gets a 7th goal in this first half, collectively in this game. And it's 4-3. Wow, what a game. And it's certainly there for the taking for both sides. Beautifully taken penalty. Tommy going the wrong way, and it was Neal calmly putting it away on the open side. So, both teams hit the reset button again. Goto, that's going to fall for him, the Japanese player. Short ball played to McNamara. Emerson coming back to win it again. Goto, that's a good pass to Doe. And now Hoyle with a bit of time and space for Caden Atkins. Neal. Throw in for Napier City. Closing in on half-time now. We're in the 3rd minute of added time. Well, you've got to admire Napier, their resilience. 3-1 down after 23 minutes. They're still hanging around. Hoyle. Neal happy to let Campbell Brown. Here's Allen. It's going to fall for Colotti. And that will be a half-time play from the referee. What an entertaining half of football this has been. Maybe the most entertaining of all the games in the New Zealand National League this season. 7 goals in the first 45 minutes. It's a congested scoreboard as Melville take the lead at half-time in this game by 4-3. All right, what an entertaining game of football here at Gower Park. It's been really interesting match as we check out some other action for you. Round 11 fixtures of the Women's League we're looking at the moment. There's 3 games already being completed this round, with Western Springs beating Auckland United 3-2, a draw between Southern and Capital, and then Northern Rovers thumping Central by 4-0. So tomorrow we've got the league leaders Eastern Suburbs in action at home out in East Auckland, and they're going to play Canterbury United. And Eastern Suburbs, of course, at the top of the table with the perfect 10 wins from 10 games. And again, we've got this final coming up on December the 11th. So each team playing each other twice this season. So still a few rounds to go in this competition for the Women's League, with 14 games to be played before the final. But having said that, Eastern Suburbs and Western Springs looking good to meet in that final still in a few weeks' time. Western Springs got a good 5-point buffer over Northern Rovers, who are realistically now the only chance of catching those top 2 teams. Taylor O'Brien, of course, has been at the thick of it. 16 goals in the Golden Boot. And so we've got some very good goals scored by Devon Jackson, her teammate, and Julia.
3.5 minutes to say that it's been coming, but it has.
Well, there we are, some great highlights in some of the games from the Men's League as well. We are at Gower Park in Hamilton for round 8 action of the New Zealand National League for 2022. Melville in the red, Napier City in the blue, 4-3. What a first half we've had, with Josh Galletley getting 2 goals for Melville, Colotti and Dowling the other 2. And Napier City through Leopard, Goto and a penalty to Fergus Neal just before the break has Napier City within 1 goal of Melville. So very entertaining first half. Let's see if we get just as many goals and excitement in the second half as McNamara goes down heavily. Luke Searle concedes the free kick. No card there. Looked like Searle collected plenty of ball there too initially. Again, we apologise for the technical delivery of the pictures today. We're still trying to work very hard behind the scenes to try and fix these pictures, but we do apologise for the odd glitch on our stream today. Certainly hasn't disrupted from the quality of football that we're seeing today, and that was almost a 4th goal for Napier. It hit the post. What a start to the second half that would have been. And Emerson and Leaford Allen came flying in there and almost got a vital touch as well. What a near thing there for Melville. Well, we've had 7 goals. We've had the ball hitting the posts at both ends of the field now. It is very, very entertaining. And now Dowling trying to create something for Melville at the other end. Almost pushed off the ball was James Hoyle. Here's McNamara. Oh, heavy back pass, but Mason's dealt with it nicely. But Melville looks to keep the pressure on here, but McNamara's won the ball back for Napier City. And now they can come forward again. That's some good play from Emerson, and Leopard is looking good here. Oh, good play here from Emerson, but no. Good defending by Scott. Now Colotti chasing after this one. Oh, Atkins. He gathered that one expertly, didn't he? Now Neal under pressure from Campbell Brown. Neal did well to hold it. Good turn from Goto. Here's McNamara. And Tommy saved it. Here's Emerson, and it's a corner for Napier City. So again, exciting stuff at both ends of the pitch. And Napier City, just seconds after hitting the post, now have earned a corner. Leopard to take it. And it's going to be a goal kick for Melville. Weather just clouding over a touch. Doe's going to pick up the loose ball, and here comes Fergus Neal on this right wing side. McNamara, good touch to Leopard, who left Leaford Allen, who goes down. And oh my goodness, it's a penalty. It's another penalty. Referee's pointing at the spot. Initially, it looked like the foul was committed outside the area, according to the referee, Chris Bennett. But then I think he got the heads up from the assistant on the sideline, Jacob Porter. And another penalty. Wow, we had a penalty just before the break in the 2nd minute of added time. And now here comes a second penalty in a row for Napier City, 4 minutes on the other side of half-time. And once again, it's going to be Fergus Neal to come up and take it for Napier City. Well, Allen's a big, strong centre forward, and down he went. And a yellow card's been shown here for Aaron Scott. It might have actually been Ryan Lawrence, but anyway, a yellow card has been shown. I think Aaron Scott just refused to accept the decision. So here's a big chance for Napier to square the ledger. They did lead after 4 minutes, but have been behind ever since. Melville scored their second in the 14th minute. Once again in goal, it's Max Tommy. Can he save it this time? Oh, he did. Great save by Tommy. Emerson trying to get Leiford Allen back into it again. And it's a free kick in Napier. Well, a great job by Max Tommy. Went the right way this time. Good stop by the keeper. And maybe a bit of justice there. It was a contentious penalty with Allen going down. But I'm sure if you're a Napier supporter, you'll be frustrated. Well, saved penalty in the 50th minute. We'll just put a little asterisk next to that moment. Could be hugely important in the wash-up of this game. Of course, if Melville need to win their 4th game in a row here, if they can do it, they'll leapfrog Auckland United and go into 4th place on the table and stay in touch with Birkenhead. Here's Allen. But the way this game's going, there's going to be plenty more drama to come as Leopard tries to find Allen in the area again, and he's going to concede the free kick there this time, the Canadian player. So Tommy. Here's Lagos for Melville. It's good pressure from Leiford Allen again on Melville player over there, Raheem Hunter, who takes the throw in. Hunter will come forward again. He's got a good throw in on him, getting good distance. Going to fall for Lawrence. Doe did well to disrupt, and now McNamara. Nice little pass, Goto. Giving it to Neal. Tries to combine with Emerson, but that's good defending. And a foul, so it's getting a little physical out there. So there's Doe with the foul. Referee just played a touch of advantage before coming back to that incident. Searle with the throw-in. And that's come off Neal a little unluckily from Fergus Neal, so it's going to be a corner. And Galletley, who has swung in Some useful corners in this game so far. Of course, the first one he swung in was a goal, and they've taken it short this time. Still the target of that, and now Hayes coming in here. Hayes, and it's been deflected away for another corner. It's a nice option taken by Melville that time. It's always good to keep the opposition guessing. Short corners, if they're executed well, can be a real threat, and they did a good job that time. So Galletli going over to take this one. Again, we've got Dowling, Calotti, Searle, and Hunter all tightly grouped there by the 6-yard box. Galletli with his corner. Emerson with the header for Napier City. Well won by Lawrence. And here's Galletli again. Oh, Calotti, if he'd controlled that one, that could have been a huge chance. It's a good hustle from Stafford Dowling there, but Napier's going to get the throw in. Melville's got a throw in here, and they go back to Scott. Now Hunter. Making a run over there was Lagos, but a tough one for him to control on that occasion.
Number 9 is out. Number 9, red 9 is out.
Looks like we've got a substitution about to be made. So it looks like Ryan Lawrence is the player who's been substituted. Playing in that central midfield position. The 19-year-old, an ex-Wellington Phoenix Academy member. Back at the club. And you can see number 13 is coming on. That's Dylan Williams, another 19-year-old. He comes on for his 4th appearance of the National League campaign, all from the subs bench. Came on last week too. There's Dylan Williams there wearing 13 for Melville. Now McNamara for Napier City. Tries to get that loose ball again. Plenty of gamesmanship in Johnny McNamara. Calotti, that's a nice ball, and Lagos's return pass just a touch too strong. Calotti chasing through that pass from Galletli, but might have been in an offside position. So he gave up the ghost, and there's McNamara unleashing Leaford Allen down that left wing side. Emerson just couldn't quite control it, but there were plenty of red shirts back there. It was always going to make it tough for Napier City to get something meaningful from that cross. Boyle, big, strong, powerful header, but it's back in the hands of Max Tommy. Of course, saved that penalty in the 50th minute. Could easily be looking at a 4-all scoreline right now, but if it wasn't for Max Tommy, the keeper for Melville. Atkins with that throw-in. Tidied up by his opposite number, Luke Searle. Now Hunter's trying to get Stafford Dowling, but he just couldn't control it.
Hey, there's one there free.
Oh, Scott was under pressure there, wasn't he? He did well in the end. A little bit of heat on him. Now Brown muscled off the ball by Neal, but he's won it back, Campbell Brown. And that's good work by Campbell Brown, another 19-year-old defender who likes to play wide out on the left. He did really well. He refused to give up and was rewarded with a free kick. So this will put the pressure on as Josh Galletley comes forward again and looks to deliver a pinpoint set-piece play here. Oh, wow, it was an awkwardly bouncing ball. And Searle disrupted there. I don't think the referee will like that one. And yep, here comes the card for Luke Searle. Luke Searle, of course, was red carded back in round 4. So he goes in the book for first time in a couple of weeks. Yeah, it was a vital red card at the time too, 67th minute. 87th minute he was red carded as Melville went down to Kashmir Tech in that game 3-1. But since then, Melville have been perfect, having won all their games since. There's Searle with a header. Hunter, nice authority in that play as Colotti tidies up at the top. Holds the pass beautifully for Galletley, and that's well delivered to Dowling. He can run it. Atkins here. Dowling at the near post. Again, good players. Dylan Williams came through, but just ran out of room there, Melville. But still a lovely attack down the left wing side. Like that combination and fluidity to that play. So 28 minutes to play, no goals in the second half, all 7 coming in the first half. We had drama in the 50th minute with Max Tommy saving that penalty. Here's Lagos, now the Colombian-born player. Oh, good play, Lagos. Round he goes, Belcher. Lagos still there. Hooks it back, and there's space here for Colotti. Oh, Napier maybe a touch fortunate there as Galletley comes forward again, and a vital play by Belcher gets the ball clear, and Allen has it now. Here's a chance to cook something up here, Leaford Allen. Here's McNamara now for Napier City. Now Christian Leopard, early ball in is a shocker. Well, that's unfortunate. But again, we've got good periods and passages of play from both teams in this game. Another substitution's about to be made. Try and pick up that substitute for you as soon as we hear. Hoyle with that header for Napier. Now Sean Liddycoat is the player who's on. Here's McNamara with a scything run. But Scott got a vital touch as Goto swings it in. Doe tidies up the ball here for Napier. Hoyle, good pressing by Dowling. And Colotti. Now Doe under pressure. Now Dowling and Colotti will ease it off. So Sean Liddycoat is the player who's come on, the experienced defender for Melville. He's on wearing 14. Now here's Neil. Far post is Allen. And Tommy's got that one nicely under control. It's Hayes with that header, but it's only found Goto, who's delivered a lovely ball to Leopard. Leopard, oh! Again, Napier become within a whisker of equalising. Very close call there. And Emerson was just behind the player. I think Leopard might have been going for goal here. Boom. Right across the face, almost touching the post. So again, Napier very close. So Tommy to restart play. 20 minutes of play now in the second half. Dowling can't get there. And no whistle at all. Now we're getting a whistle. Could be a free kick. Substitute has come on for Napier City in that last play. Number 12, Sam Lack, is on. By the way, folks, number 18. He's only just turned 18 too. He's a good prospect. Is Sam Lack, number 12. So free kick right below our camera tower here. And yeah, that's gone straight to Mason. He's got a lot of appeals for a penalty. He went down in the area, off the ball. Referee and the assistant over the far side there, Sarah Jones, was having none of it. And there's a late challenge, another yellow card coming here. And Leaford Allen picks up the yellow card. It's Napier's second yellow card of the game, and it's Sean Liddycoat who went down. Oh, Liddycoat's only just come on as well. Former New Zealand under-20s World Cup player back in 2017, Sean Liddycoat. And former Hawke's Bay player, of course, as well. Very experienced player. Played 4 seasons for Hawke's Bay United in the old New Zealand Premiership. And also played extensively for Canterbury United as well. And here he is back in red colours in Hamilton now. So a chance for us to just look forward to a couple of other fixtures for you. And look, it's game 1 of the Women's A-League for the Wellington Phoenix tomorrow. They are in action. First ever home game in Wellington against Melbourne City. So really looking forward to that live on Sky Sport 1 at 2:30 this afternoon, or tomorrow afternoon rather. And why not watch that game in the lead up to that Phoenix game? Eastern Suburbs, top of the table. They're a great team, having won 10 straight games. They're playing against Canterbury United tomorrow, and Auckland City in the men's competition can go back to join Wellington Olympic at the top of the table. The win over Miramar, and Kashmir Technical hosting the Phoenix Reserves tomorrow in a mid-table clash too. So plenty of football. Reminding you, of course, no A-League matches for the next month. That's because we've got the World Cup starting on Monday, and that's going to be awesome, isn't it? The FIFA World Cup for the next month. It's going to be amazing. All matches live on Sky Sport and on Prime as well. It's going to be fascinating to see which team comes through there up in Qatar. As McNamara with just over 20 minutes to play, and Here goes Taedo, just got his timing wrong there. Crowd getting right into it now here at Gower Park as well. So Galletley, whose free kicks have been pretty good in this game. He scored from one in that first half. He delivered from a corner as well for Calotti in the first half. So 2 of his free kicks or corner spot kicks have produced goals. That was a dangerous area as well, wasn't it? So Galletley again gets it back from Scott. Couldn't quite get the timing right on that one. As Hayes picks up the header. And Hoyle goes down in the area. That was convenient for Napier. Hoyle, he's got all those years of experience in that head.
Johnny, get on the ball, let's play, boys, come on, come on. Get on the ball, boys, come on.
Melville were in possession, and the referee blew his whistle. And that's what Calotti and Dowling are arguing here as well. So Napier have to go back here because it's Melville ball. Slightly awkward restart, wasn't it? A bit messy all round, really. Well, we're going to play on as Mason tries to find a teammate, and in the end, it's going to be a goal kick.
Come on, come on.
Well won by Luke Searle. Joe's got in and pinched it, but Lack, and there's Allen chasing that one through from McNamara. Lack with the header. Back comes Cam Emerson, and now Goto. Nice little touch from Leopard to McNamara, but they couldn't keep it going, Napier. As Belcher picks up the ball now. Goto. Well, Lack got in there but couldn't control it. Still, it was positive play by Napier. As on we go in the second half. Still no goals in the second half. The big play in the wash-up, though, of the second half was from the man who's about to kick it here, Max Tommy, who saved that penalty in the 50th minute. Who knows where the game might have gone from there with a 4-all scoreline, but Melville are hanging on here to this 1-goal lead. Flicked on by Calotti, and Dowling's got it. How good was that setup of Dowling's for Galletley's goal in the 14th minute, and then Dowling got one back, got one himself in the 23rd. It's unlucky for Sam Lack. That's Emerson's beautiful little header again to Leopard. Emerson looking for Allen. Might fall for Lack here. It has. Lack did pretty well there. Plenty of red shirts there, and they calmly deal with the situation there, Melville.
Leaf, get over for the thrower. Yeah, okay, step on one. Big man, you. Big man, you.
Here's Leopard. Now McNamara able to turn here. Williams has got it. Now Galletley. Oh, nicely done by Caden Atkins. Goto tries to go up the middle. Allen just couldn't quite control it. Just enough pressure again from that Melville defence. And referee Bennett's going back for something. So there's the injury. It looks like Liddycoat again has gone down. Well, Sean Liddycoat's been in the wars since he was on. He had a heavy challenge earlier. So, chance for just to recap again with Melville's 4 goals. All in the first half. Calotti in the 8th minute, Galletley in the 14th and the 38th, and Dowling got one in the 23rd. All 3 goals for Napier in the first half. Leopard in the 4th minute, Goto in the 26th, and Neal in the 2nd minute of added time from the penalty spot. No goals in the second half. We've just got 14 minutes to play now. There'll be a bit of added time too. We've had quite a few delays like this in the second half.
Yeah, Chris, stop down whenever you're ready.
Dowling for Melville. Still in Williams in possession now. Good work from McNamara to put pressure on Galletley. Still going to be Melville ball. Napier are going to get the throw in this time. Good work by Calotti. He's had a fine game, the number 12 for Melville. So it's going to be a Melville throw right on halfway. Remember, Melville chasing their 4th win in a row, albeit all against teams below them except for Birkenhead. A good 2-0 win there. It really raised some eyebrows that game here on this ground 2 weeks ago. Melville though do have Auckland City to play in one of their last 2 games. Here's Lagos. Dowling the target of that one. Now Sam Lack. Oh, dispossessed by Williams, and it's kept in field there. And there's a corner. Good work by Dylan Williams, the substitute. So it's going to be Galletli to go over and take this one. So Melville got Auckland City to play in their last game as we see this corner swing in, and McNamara's just going to hoist. Doe, good work. Now Leopard can run at Lagos. Early cross in, and that wasn't far away from Leifert Allen. Max Tommy needed to be alert, the keeper. Excellent distance there from Max Tommy, but Hoyle got on the road and went to throw for his team. So just under 10 minutes of play left now, 9 minutes in fact, and have a bit of added time as McNamara surges through again. Here's Emerson. Nice little layoff there for McNamara. We played it onto the hand there of Williams, but didn't get the call from the referee. Atkins goes back for Napier. Ta'eto. Boyle. Atkins swings it across to Belcher. Pass slightly wayward there to Goto, but fortunately Ta'eto again picks up the loose ball, and now Goto. Again, Napier just happy to knock it around. And Melville happy to let them knock it around. Well, it was about this time when Melville decided to defend against Miramar last week. Had a 1-goal lead in that game too. Cam Emerson, who's had a good game today, off he comes. And on comes number 19, Andrew Abba, who's an all-energy player, the former Solomon Islands international. All of his games have been off the subs bench, except round 6 against Kashmir Tech. He started that game, so Andrew Abba is on. Good work by Colotti. Belcher. Goto brings it finally down to the carpet, and then Allen. Good pressure again by Dowling, but that's a nice little fake there from Isaac Belcher. So Napier pushing hard to try and find this equaliser. Melville looking to hold on here and win their 4th game in a row. Crunch time now, of course. Next week will be the last game for all the teams in the round robin, and then the top 2 will qualify for the final in 2 weeks. Colotti. And Belcher's going to give up the free kick. Lottie juggling the ball to himself there for a while, and then that. Spectators enjoyed that free kick being awarded to the home team. So 5 minutes to play. A goal now for Melville. Might just ice this one. Mason clears, and he was fouled whilst fisting it clear. So it's going to be Napier.
Where are we up to now? Is that 4? Sorry? How many minutes are we up to now? Bill. It was 4 20 minutes ago, so...
So that player fouled there. Psycho was Luke Searle. Of course, Searle picked up that yellow card in the 60th minute in this game. So again, this is going to add time, referee's time to the contest, so there'll be plenty of added time in this one. Another chance to remind you that tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Eastern Suburbs versus Canterbury United in the women's competition. Eastern Suburbs at home going for their 11th win in a row. Men's final coming up on December 4, the women's final December 18. Here is McNamara. Goto. Ooh, just couldn't quite link up there. Abba for Napier. Colotti's got onto it. Oh, he had a little pop there because Mason had snuck up off his line but couldn't get it on target. Was he trying to do a Cam Howison there, Ollie Colotti? Belcher. Now Atkins drifting forward a little bit now. In a bit of space too, Caden Atkins here. Allen. Looking for that control. Just eluded him again. All the way back to Hoyle. Napier. Momentum maybe with them at the moment. Galletley. Good challenge from Doe though. And now here comes Belcher. Goto, good play here from Napier. Here's Leopard. And it's cleared away by Searle, and pretty well too. Could have deflected away for a corner or... And there is going to be one more sub here. For one of these two teams. In fact, here comes Christian Leopard. He's coming off. It looks like McNamara is coming off as well. So Jimmy Summerton is coming on, and Harry Mason is coming on for Napier. Two strikers as Napier try and find that equaliser in the final minutes of this contest. Summerton straight in the action, the youngster. Doesn't turn 18 until December 20. Youngest player out there in this game. No, Allen. It's a good ball over to Goto. Here's Harry Mason with his first touch. Hoyle. Good pressure from Dowling, but Atkins still has it. And Napier still have it. Oh, the attack up the middle from Goto. Pass was a little astray, and that was just enough for Melville to clear it. Belcher. Lagos. All Melville players back in their own half now. Oh, here's ABBA in space. Just one player up there, ABBA. Good defending. Goto trying to get a shot here. Too many red shirts there. And there's the clearance. Coming up to the 90 minutes now. Oh, Lack, what can he do? That was brave play by Aaron Scott. And a free kick there, goes against Napier. Godo, absolutely frustrated. But Melville are going to get the free kick. Well, Ollie Colotti's had a great game. There he is there, winning his team a free kick again. What a pickup Colotti's been for Melville. Ex-Christchurch United player. Played for Southern United back in the old New Zealand Premiership as well. And that looked like that's come off Jim Hoyle, and it has. It's going to be a corner for Melville. That's a dream result for them as they cling to this one-goal lead in referee's time now here at Gower Park. So Galletli will be in no hurry to take this. Melville now certainly most certainly within sight of their fourth win in a row in the National League. And they take it short. They're going to try and soak up some time in the corner, are they? Oh, it's well won by Goto, though. And it's going to be a goal kick. So that didn't quite go to plan for Melville at all, did it? Execution lacking as Mason goes long again for Napier. Searle winning a nice powerful header there. Referee happy with that challenge. Mason just going direct again. And that's well done by Tommy. Wow, funny how football works. With 7 goals coming in the first half of this game, none in the second half. Could have easily been one, of course, had Max Tommy not saved that penalty in the 50th minute. So he will be, I'm sure, congratulated by his teammates. The Melville keeper who just kicked the ball in. Napier desperately trying to win the ball back in midfield, but Melville have it. And again, they're just giving away possession, happy to defend this lead. With time well and truly against Napier. Must barely only be a couple of minutes to go now. Again, it's well won. Oh, Colotti milked that one nicely. Free kick for Melville. Not much in that one. I think Colotti, yes, on Hoyle. Once again, they're just going to play deep and ask Napier to come from their own goal line again. Well, Napier just can't get the ball at the moment as time ticks away. Maybe this is their chance to launch one last attack, but it looks like Mason's just going to pump it. Pick out a target and try and seal it. But again, Scott that time with the header. It's fallen for Doe. Mason gives it to ABBA, but again, a vital touch by Brown clears it for Melville. Goto. That's a good clearance. Melville have well and truly parked the bus now. Oh, Mason makes a mistake now. That's going to go out and be a Melville throw-in. So Napier have to come back now. Ooh, referee Bennett looks at his watch. Still time to play, he reckons.
Stay right there.
Campbell Brown. And Melville get there. 4 wins on the trot in the National League for Melville United. Christchurch United, Birkenhead, Miramar, and now Napier City. Remarkable game, all 7 goals coming in the first half, none in the second, and Melville hang on. And they win this game over Napier City Rovers by 4 goals to 3. So that adds to the 2 earlier results today, with Wellington Olympic going back to the top of the table, a comfortable win over Christchurch United, and Birkenhead winning as well, 2-0 against Auckland United. So tomorrow's games, to wrap up round 8, the penultimate round of the Men's Championship for 2022. Auckland City, if they beat Miramar, they will join Wellington Olympic on top of the table, and Kashmir Technical playing the Phoenix Reserves from 4 o'clock in Christchurch. So if Auckland City win, they go to 19 points. Their goal difference won't be as superior, but if Auckland City win tomorrow, then the final will definitely be played between Olympic and City. So that's what's at stake in tomorrow's game at Kiwitea Street. If Auckland City don't win, that opens the door there ever so slightly for Birkenhead United. So there we are, folks. We hope you enjoyed this game here from Gower Park. Congratulations to Melville United. A really good month of football they've now had with 4 wins on the trot. On behalf of the entire team that brought you this game today, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you for more New Zealand National League football action very soon.